Here from Funky Junk Inspiration. I need to get my phone in my stand. I was wanting to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing right here, and I don't think I do. But anyway, we'll fix it in a little bit. So how is everybody doing? We do have a playlist that everybody's lives are being shared over into. This is a live event. It is a channel hop, a page hop, and all that kind of fun stuff. So I hope that you will jump on here and say hello. There's Miss Mary from the Painted Peach. A little different than what we're used to, isn't it? It's been a minute since I've been live over here on TikTok. So, not TikTok. YouTube. You guys. I'm a hot mess today, so. You know. You know. So, what do we got going on today? We're going to do some fun, something fun for Christmas. First thing I want to do is I want to thank Leah for putting this together. I greatly appreciate her. There is a playlist over on her channel that all these are being added to, and I will add that in my description. I didn't get it added beforehand, so, but I will add it once the live is over with. So make sure you say hello, make sure you give us a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, what I'm going to work on today is I have this print from the Artist Lounge, you guys, which is Miss Mary from the Painted Peach and Miss Corey from Creative Roots Art, and this is one of Corey's paintings that she's done, and it is a printable. It is something that I was supposed to do a while back, and life happens, and so I thought I would do it right now. So that's what we got going on. I'm going to show you guys. I just got done doing this over on Facebook. I did this fun little tassel here to hang like on my backpack or, you know, my purse or whatever. It's got some really cute little beads in there. We've got some Grinch on here. We have some Hello Kitty on here. Santa, snowman, a little sweet snowman there. Here is a Santa piece. And then we have some ribbons and stuff like that. So isn't that cute? I think that turned out really cute. I really like it. I like it. I like it. So let's get started here. Now what I have is this door hanger. I've had it for a minute. So came from the Dollar Tree back when stuff was $1. That's how long I've had it. So anyway, I wanted to find my scissors right here. Right here. I'm going to cut this off. I'm not going to save this. We will use it for something else. Now what I like to do with these Dollar Tree signs and stuff is I usually do the back so that I have a nice smooth surface. And then what I do on this side is you can sand it down or whatever. But what I normally do is I just take some paper and I Mod Podge it all on here so that it covers this up and we go from there. So that's what I usually do. Hello! Hello, hello. Here we go. Actually, my husband has a Jeep. I used to have a Jeep. I made this shirt for him. Okay. But when I ironed it on, I was ironing a bunch of shirts on at the same time. And iron-ons on some shirts. And I did the color thing down the side. So it's become a craft shirt. It's become my shirt. So, you know, I didn't mean to iron that on there. It just happened. Anyway. Right? So we all do silly things. So, hello, Karen. You love making arts and crafts too. That's fantastic. Would love to see some of your stuff that you've done. Okay, so we're going to Mod Podge this on here. I'm going to get this on here. And then what we're going to do is I pulled out some paint colors I think are kind of close. I don't know. It looks like there's some peaches. Every time I look at it, I see a different color. And we're just going to kind of try to blend the backgrounds a little bit. I also pulled out my salt wash because I thought we might want to give it a little bit of texture. Not positive. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to Mod Podge this down. So I'm just going to grab some good old-fashioned Mod Podge. This is Mod Podge in here. I had one of the big, huge bottles of Mod Podge. and I found that it was getting dry and yucky, so I put it in this bottle. I don't know. It seems to be okay in here. It's got a lot of boogers. Let's just say that. I'm not even going to worry about trying to get it through the top. I shouldn't have done that. I'm just going to open it up. I am just going to open it up. Should have just left that alone so that top could have stayed cleaned out, because I'm getting down to the point that, you know, we don't, you know what? I'm not even going to use this. You guys, if you don't subscribe to my channel and see things I do, I am constantly all over the place. So I think I'm going to use the antique Mod Podge right here. It's the antique matte Mod Podge. I think I'm going to use that right there. So yes, tell us what you make for arts and crafts. That would be awesome. I know, and it is snowing. I'm in Indiana, and we've got quite a bit of snow happening out there. We had some snow a couple weeks ago, and just over the last few days, it finally was all gone because we got a good rain. And now we're back to a bunch of snow. Enough snow that we're going to need to probably run the, we have a snow plow on our four-wheeler. We're going to probably need to run that down the drive. I have not been out today. My husband had to work. He's the one that has the Jeep. And then my one granddaughter is at work right now. My other granddaughter is at her boyfriend's house. But I've told them both that we live way out in the country. I said, I think it'd probably be best if you guys just stayed at Mimi's, which is my mom's, because, you know, she lives in town, and it's getting pretty nasty. They don't plow our roads, you know, right away. Takes them a minute to get out here. So, especially Izzy, she's got a little Dodge Dart, and that, you know, it does excellent in snow, but when you have an accumulation of snow, it's not going to do good in the snow with it pushing snow out of the way. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hit that right there. And we're just going to lay this guy down on here. Now you can go through and use the method of the iron, you know, to where you don't have any wrinkles. Wrinkles don't bother me, so it doesn't matter to me if this has a little bit of wrinkles. I think it adds a little bit of character. This usually works for me. I don't have a whole lot of wrinkles this way, but even if I did, I don't care. I got wrinkles on my face, right? So my projects can have wrinkles. Okay, I have a little corner over here that doesn't want to stick down, so I'm just going to do that right there. Make sure I got most of my edges down. Okay, we're done. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just kidding. You make dream catchers keychains with people's names with keychains too, and you make latch hook rugs. Wow, that is awesome. I have not made a latch hook rug or you know, a pillow or any of that in years. It has been a long time since I've done something like that. That is cool though. Thank you for sharing that with us. If you have a channel, maybe we can go check out your channel. So I don't know if you do them live or what. Just a question you don't need to answer, but how old are you? I am 57, and thank you for saying that I'm pretty. I appreciate that. Hello, hello, hi you guys. You guys up after me, you'll have to go to her channel because this is a channel hop. It's a little different than what a lot of us are used to on the Facebook. It is our Backroom Creations. Make sure you subscribe to her channel and make sure that you check out the playlist and subscribe to everybody's channel because everybody has been absolutely amazing today. I have absolutely loved everything that's been going on. Okay, I'm going to start down here. Okay, we have, it looks like some browns. If Corey's on here, she could probably tell me exactly the colors she has. You're 53? Well, thank you. Thank you, Lucky Squad 1. I appreciate that. That means a lot. We're going to start down here, and I'm just going to kind of guess. Now, I'm going to show you guys a little secret. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This is a brand new thing of paint. If I twist it like I'm tightening it, that'll come right off. Whoops. That top will come right off. So sometimes it doesn't want to work, though. So now I'm trying to decide, should we do some salt wash? What do you guys think? Should we try to put some salt wash on here, or should we just do some painting? I know what I want to do. First thing I want to do is see how this is kind of like shiplappy. Let's get some black paint. Maybe we'll use this black paint. So the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to bring that up. Okay, now is my background going to match exactly what Corey did there? Absolutely not. There's no possible way that that could. But I just kind of want to blend it to go in there. But what do you guys think? Should we add some salt wash on there? Okay, I'm even going to go right here because it would have probably had a stripe there too. We're going to just kind of keep going down here with this. Just kind of guessing where that was. Right around in here. Right around in here. And of course our paint, you know, when I do the paint on there, it's going to cover a lot of this up. Okay? And that's kind of what we want. But see that? See how I made it all kind of a little bit shiplappy right there? Well, thank you. That's the way you open them too? Okay. So I think I'm going to wait on the shiplap. On the salt wash. We'll decide. We may want to add some a little bit later. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this natural buff right here. I'm going to put a little bit on it, my little tray there. I'm going to take this one right here. This is called Cocoa Bean. It is a crafter's collection. My Hobby Lobby, you know, Hobby Lobby is going to stop selling deco art. And my Hobby Lobby has already pretty much ran out of deco art. So some colors, I mean, they have the other colors of other kinds of paint, but some colors like this I couldn't find in whatever other brand they have there. So I bought this brand. I think this is their brand. I'm not sure, but it was really inexpensive. I hope it's cool or that it works well. So I don't like the fact that I'm having to do all of this to get it open. I'm just going to grab this rag right here and wipe that off. Goodness sakes. Goodness sakes. So, I know that Hobby Lobby's not going to sell it anymore. So ours is pretty much out. Okay, but see how that cocoa bean, it looks like milk chocolate. Looks like milk chocolate. Looks like we could lick it, right? I don't think that would be a good idea. Now this one right here is light mocha. Apple barrel is what I was trying to say. The apple barrel and the folk art are still happening there, but not the other. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab some of these paints right here. Just going to kind of grab them, and we're just going to kind of pull this down. And like I said, I'm not going to be able to match perfectly. I'm not going to be able to come even close to what our Miss Corey does on these paintings. But I'm just trying to kind of blend it a little bit. Okay, I'll show you here in a second. I'm just grabbing and pulling, not trying to match perfectly. I am kind of going up on the printable a little bit, just so it doesn't look like, you know, hey, there's a printable there. Now, I did cover up her name. I apologize about that, Corey, but this is for me. It's not like I'm selling it somewhere. I didn't mean to cover up her name. I was going to make sure that I kept that out, but I did. Okay. So see, doesn't match, but we're working on it. Let's keep working. Let's grab some of the lighter color here and just kind of push that in there. Pull it down. And kind of scrape that off where I put the black. I don't want that line right there. Okay. So we're just going to kind of play in the paint here. I don't know if you guys watch Corey paint, but she is an amazing artist. She does do an amazing job with the stuff that she does. She was on earlier today, and this is one of her masterpieces. I've really come up high on this. I don't normally come up this high, but now I've committed, so I'm kind of stuck here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just said that about the snow plows. I think I hear a snow plow going down our road. Is that not crazy or what? If anybody, my family or anybody's watching, isn't that crazy? They never come down our road until, you know, way into the cleanup. But I wonder if it stopped snowing is why. Okay, that is not perfect, but that's okay. That doesn't look too terribly bad. But see how that just kind of blends together? I kind of went up a little high on that. I don't normally go up that high. Oh, Corey. Hi, babe. Yeah, I covered up your name. I did not mean to. My plan was, I wonder if I could just scrape it off here. I can't get to it. Anywho, I got carried away with my paint. Don't be mad at me. She won't be mad at me. Corey's a sweetheart. She's not going to be mad at me for something like that. Now I'm just going to kind of, I don't want to go too much on the print. I just kind of want to do it a little bit. I'm just going to take this darker color and we're just going to go right along there. I'm going to admit something here. Usually I do this with salt wash and I do a little bit better. So it is what it is, right? That's what we're doing. Now see, that's kind of more of a olivey color, I'm thinking, right there. But, and I always just, I don't wait for my paint to dry because I don't care if when I'm doing things like this, if it kind of blends together. That doesn't bother me in the least bit. So now you can purchase this printable over on the Artist Lounge. If you need a link to that, I will have that in my description. I messed up when I went live. I thought it would give me a second to, it's been a while. And I thought I would be able to put a description in and all that. And however I did it, was not given that option. So, but that's me. You know, I probably did something wrong. Right? I'm going to add some black in here. Just a tish of black in a few spots just to add some character, right? I really messed up the bottom of that painting. Oh well. But see how we're just kind of blending a little bit? The idea is to look at Santa or the snowman, not to pay attention to any of this other rigmarole that we've done on here. Okay, so now let's come up here. Let's get some more fun colors. Let's get some of these fun mint colors and stuff like that. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's grab that color. Here's a brand new one too. That one that I just did was Peacock Teal. This one, now see, sometimes they're on there so good you have to really work at it. But eventually it comes up to where you can get a hold of it and get it off there. It's a lot better than using your teeth. This is Teal Mint right here. And this one is also a new one. I have finally used up a lot of my paint. This one is really on there. I've used up a lot of my paint. I was trying to get all of it used up, and finally got to the point that I needed to go purchase some paints. So I went and bought a whole bunch of paint, not just a little, but a whole bunch of paint. And so we've got to get lids off and stuff. Okay, so I'm going to grab a paintbrush right here for this part. I'm just going to kind of grab some color here, and we're just going to start up in here. Okay, it's a little bright, but we'll add some darker colors in there to get that calmed down a little bit. Okay. Looks like we need some lime green. The more I look at this painting, the more I see colors. Lots of colors in here, Corey. Lots and lots of fun colors in here. So, which is totally cool. Now remember, when you're painting, your paint is always going to dry a little bit lighter than you know what it looks like when it's on your when you first put it down. Words are hard. Words are hard. Okay, so we're just kind of matching this. It's amazing what you can do with something, you know. You've got this beautiful printable, and even though I'm putting this on a Dollar Tree surface, it'll be a beautiful piece of work, you know. You don't have to go out and cut every board that you need and all that. I do a lot of my own surfaces and stuff, but sometimes, you know, just doing it on something like this is just as easy. Okay, so see how we're doing here. I'm just going to kind of come down here a little bit. Now I need some darker because this is a little crazy. Let me see. I'm going to do this. Yep, it's under there. Nope, I don't like that. I'm going back over the top of that. I was just trying to pull that black back up out of there. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my same brush with those same colors. I'm going to grab some of this brown over here, and we're just going to put a little bit of, because she's got some brown in here, okay? Just to kind of pull some of that in there. I'm not looking at comments. Shame on me. Just a minute and I'll look. Just kind of like you're doing a mixed media project. Just add multiple layers of things and it'll start all pulling together, right? Now I wasted all that time doing the black on there because I have completely covered that up, but that's okay. We're going to be okay. I'm going to come back in with this paint here and grab some. I need to get some green. I need some green in here. Okay, let's find us some green. It's kind of a, let's try this green. This is desert cactus. Let's try a little bit of that. That right there. Yes, it is perfect for my whimsical collection. Absolutely correct. It is perfect. I have started you guys, I did a journal. I started a journal to put all of the Artist Lounge paintings and printables in. And I'm still working on it. So we're still going to be adding to it. But I don't know, something I just really wanted to, I love snowmen. Snowmen are some of my favorite things. So I really wanted to I wanted to make this so that I could hang this downstairs with all my other snowmen. So I will probably print another one off to put in my journal. But I wanted to, like I said, hang this up with my other stuff. Now see, I'm just grabbing other colors, you know, all the different colors, and I'm just kind of making it, it's almost 3D-y. 3D-y. Oh, no problem, Corey. It's been laying here. The day that we were doing the printable parade over on Facebook, I had to cancel. I don't remember why I had to cancel, but I ended up having to cancel. And this guy's been sitting here looking at me, waiting to do it. And I haven't had the opportunity. And I thought, well, I'm going to be honest. Tonight, I was going to work in my Christmas journal. And we may do a little bit in there if I get done here. I was going to work in my Christmas journal. And, but this guy, he's been sitting right here on my laptop. He said, hey, what about me? Let's work on me. How about that? And I said, you know what, Mr. Frosty the Snowman, we will work on you because we can, right? Because we could do pretty much whatever we wanted today. Because my dryer is on the floor. I have been saying for 3 years that I need to put a hook right there to hang my dryer on so that it will not be on the floor all the time. And you guys, I kind of like how this is coming out. So I do think I want to, I'm going to try. I should just leave it alone. I just really want that. I don't know why I feel like I want that coming up here. I'm not trying to draw a line there. I don't know, maybe I'm just making a big deal about it, and it doesn't need to be a big deal. Should have probably left it alone. Should have left it alone. Should have left it alone, Christy. Let's see. Let's get some white. Oh, wow. This white must be clogged. Ah, that's hot. Oh, my gosh. Well, now we got a little chunk of white right there. Look at that. I would say, look, you guys, something exciting has happened. This white paint. Do you see that? Is there some down there? That's almost a new thing. I don't know. You guys should have left it alone. Anyway, I'll do what I did. Just leave stuff alone. Because you end up regretting it. But anyway, I think it's okay. We're going to leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm going to look at it and see what it looks like in the camera. And see if I need to just go back over the top of it. Yep, I do. I don't like it at all. Not even a little bit. Okay. So we're just going to hit it with our colors again. Right? Because we can. We can fix things. Anything is fixable, right? When it comes to art and when it comes to crafting and whatever, you know? Everything is fixable. Nothing is set in stone. So, anyway, I want to kind of blend these coming up through here together. Like that. And I kind of want to put a little bit of the screen down here happening. Not that much, but I did a little bit too much. Boom! Anywho, let's spin this back around. I need to fix what I just did there because of ding dong me. Let's grab some of this. There's that brown. So anyway, I'm missing. I love that you're doing it. Okay, there we go. That's right. Everything's fixable. We just keep playing until we get it to where we like it, right? Well, this paintbrush is stiff as a board. Can't use that guy. That's crazy. That guy was just a mess. He said, hey, I'm stiff as a board. So here I'm just going to kind of cover up where I just did all that. Still going to leave a little bit. It's just a little dark. There we go. I want some of the lighter color. Anyway, let's thank Leah again for doing this, organizing this. I know she has not been feeling well. She got the crud, you know, the wintertime crud, which totally blows. And she hasn't been feeling well. She was on earlier today, but she organized all this for us. And it's been a lot of fun watching everybody today and all that. So, okay, we're going to leave her alone. Okay, what I want up here is I think what I want to do is I think I might jump up and grab some ribbon, and we'll make us a bow that can go up there. But as far as matching perfectly, no, it doesn't match perfectly. Doesn't match good enough. Yes, you know. So I think this is going to be really cute. Hanging, we need a bow though. We definitely need a bow. So I think what I'm going to do is I have some, I don't have any that's red like that, but I do have, I'm looking over there right now, I do have some, it's kind of a black and white checker look. Hold on a minute. We're going to grab it here in a second. And we're going to pull the bodabra out and everything, and we're going to put that puppy right there, and then we will do us a tie. And then, like I said, the back of this, which is the front from Dollar Tree, I will cover with some scrapbook paper so that you don't see that. If you was hanging this like on a door that had a glass piece, you would not want that to be showing through, right? Okay, so we're going to stop right there with that. Now let's sit this right here. Bum-ba-dum. How are we doing on time? Started at 7:30. We're doing pretty good. Let me grab, and yes, I have my pajama pants on, but let me grab this ribbon over here, and we will make a bow with this. Let me see, my bodabra is usually sitting right here behind me, but I have a disaster over here. We had a, gosh, there it is, Hot Mess Express. I had a little issue with, let me use this to tie. I had a catastrophe happen. I had a big shelf fall over here. So I have a mess. I have not had time to get it cleaned up. So stuff that was on the floor, stuff that was over there is now piled up behind me, and all that kind of stuff. So just a mess. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go ahead and dovetail right like that. So we have our ending. Go ahead and put this that I just cut in here. This is what I'm going to tie it with. Usually I use wire, but I'm not even going to try to find the wire. Okay. Now usually I just tuck that under so I don't lose it. All right. Okay, now this is not super directional, but a little bit directional. Now I only want my tails to be approximately that long. Okay, so when you have directional, you just twist in the center there. I'm going the right way. All right, so that, let's do this again. So that your outside of your fabric shows pretty good. Now we're gonna make this a little bit bigger and then go smaller, I think. About there. Okay, and we'll twist. We'll come back up here to about there, twist. Now when we go to the second bow, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so that we, you know, can work up to what we're wanting to do here, right? Okay, I think that's probably good. See, I'm gonna kind of have it like that. And this piece will be down here. Let's do it like that. Let's do it like that. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, now I'll probably have to touch that up because I didn't do that quite as good as I did the other. All right, and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna tie this as tight as I can get it right here. Like that. Where'd that other piece of this Bodabra go? So, I promise over the next couple weeks I'll clean that mess up back there. It will get cleaned up eventually, right? Okay, so now a couple things could happen here. I could, that little guy's a little bit bigger on that side than this side, but that's okay. I'm just gonna slide these in together a little bit, like that. I'm not good at bows. I'm just gonna be dead honest with you guys. I'm gonna pull that. There we go. I'm not real good at doing bows. I try, but I'm not perfect at them. And a lot of times, I don't put bows on most of my projects for that reason. Okay, now I was thinking about taking a piece of that ribbon and putting in the center, but I kind of like it just like that. I think that looks kind of cute. Now my tails don't look too bad. I think it looks kind of cute. We're gonna leave it like that, right there. Okay, now I'm gonna sit this is where this is gonna go, right here. Now of course I don't have my glue gun turned on, but just a second, I'll grab it and we'll plug it in. Plug it in right here. You guys, my sewing machine is sitting here because I'm working on some Christmas presents that I'm sewing. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sewing machine and I'm going to move it downstairs, and that'll help with my room up here because I need more room anyway. So, need a bigger craft room. Need a bigger spot. Yeah, you can do a messy bow. I don't, you know, I just don't do, I love doing the messy bows. I just don't really do a lot of bows. I don't know why I don't, but I just don't. I just don't. Okay, so that's pretty dry. Now for our little hanger here, I'm actually going to take a piece of this. I'm going to tilt this, see if I can get that wadded up in that little baby hole. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not, but we're sure going to try. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a paintbrush in there and make sure that that paint that I got in there is pretty dry. It's not, because see how it's getting on my paintbrush, but it'll probably be okay. Let's see if we can get it through here. We can do all things, right? Anything we set our mind to. Let's try What did I do with my tape? Oh my goodness. I hate this time of year. I can't, my fingernails are so brittle anyway. And this time of year, it's even worse. You know, with the cold weather does something horrible to my nails. And my nails are a hot mess. And my daughter is a nail tech, and she paints them for me a lot of times. And they're just a mess. She's always like, just leave them alone. If you'd leave your nails alone, they wouldn't get so yucky. Well, I work with my hands at work, so that is a problem too. Now, you guys, I got that through there, and I didn't leave myself hardly any ribbon to be able to tie a little knot to use it as a hanger. Let's see if I don't have enough there. Why did I do that? Let's get a longer piece. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. And let's get us another piece of tape. What was I doing, right? My skin gets so dry it starts cracking and bleeding. I know, it's horrible. My nails do that. You know, I'm a tool maker by trade. And so we're filing on things, and we're in coolant and stuff like that. All things that are not good, you know, for your hands and skin and stuff like that. And that doesn't help matters. And then the cold air, the dry air makes it worse and all that. I just had a pair of pliers out there. They are. We're going to get that through if it kills us. It just might. There we go. We got her through. Okay, and I have enough now to make a hanger. My friend Mary's probably going, Christy, what are you doing? You didn't leave enough ribbon there. She probably thinks I've gone crazy. Okay, so let's tie a knot up here like this. Okay, now I'm going to take these and I'm going to dovetail these also. Right there. I need to quit using these scissors for this because I have some really nice cutters to do this with, but I keep grabbing these. Anywho, it's okay. So now we have a hanger. 10 minutes later, we'll put this little bow right here. I think this is cute. Aww, so cute. So, just do. Okay, one of the things that I want to do is, see how these are frayed a little bit? You take a lighter and you kind of, see if we can do this without starting a fire. Not promising I won't start a fire. Okay, because there's plastic in the ribbon, it melts it and keeps it from fraying again. So your frays, it'll melt and it'll keep it from fraying more. See that? Same thing up here. If you can get to it. I hate these safety lighters. What happened to just a good old lighter that when you pull the trigger, it makes a fire? I don't know what happened to that. So look at that. I think that turned out really cute. Now we could add a little button or something in the center of that, but I'm just going to leave it alone. I think sometimes you get to add in too much stuff and then it's a little bit crazy. I've got 2 minutes left. Let me show you a couple things. I did this earlier on Facebook. Cute little tassel right there. We did that tonight. Then we've done this over here. Right here. I think that turned out really cute. Now, you guys, you can get this printable from my collection on the Artist Lounge. I will put the description for that in my description once I get off of here. I will also put a link to the playlist that all these are being shared over into. It's been a minute since I went live, so crazy things happened there. So anyway, I'll have all that stuff up in there, but I want you to go over to our backroom creations. That's who's next. This is like a channel hop. So we're jumping from channel to channel to channel, and you need to make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up, give us a comment, all those kind of fun things. That's what gets us going over here on the tube. So a little bit different than the books. So you know how that goes. But so I think that turned out cute. Thank you, Corey, for your wonderful artwork. I absolutely love it. I will hang that downstairs with all of my other little snowmen. And you can see my paint, if I show you guys this up close, see, it doesn't match perfectly. But when it's just hanging there, that's not what you're going to look at. You're going to look at the bow and you're going to look at the snowman. You're not going to pay attention to the stuff around it too much. So, but if I would have just left it on there, it would have looked a little weird. So anyway, you guys, I'll see you in the comments over on our backroom creations. And I appreciate y'all being here. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, how do I get off of here? I'm going to have to take this down and figure this out.